I wake up early in the morning. He likes to stay out late.
I like horror movies. She likes comedies.
I hate Italian food. He loves Italian food.
I like beer. She likes wine.
And yet Kristen Laffler and Tim Goldsmith are sweethearts, intensely attracted to each other, even though they're opposites in many ways. Like an estimated 20% of American couples who got together in the past few years, they met through an online dating site. And they owe it all to an algorithm. Yes, an algorithm. Simply put, a step-by-step series of computer calculations that assigns values to certain characteristics and leads to a conclusion, which frankly doesn't sound like a prelude to romance.
Help me understand how an algorithm is used for matching people up.
Right. So for matching people up, you're going to understand a person, what they are interested in, and you put all of that together into a mathematical equation to figure out what would be the best match for them.
Amarnath Tombray leads a team of mathematicians at Match.com, the biggest dating site on the internet, and one that caters to a broad spectrum of singles. There are more than 1,000 dating sites on the web, some for those who want to meet people of a certain age, religion, or race. You can even look for dates who have a particular hobby or educational background. And a lot of sites use algorithms to pair up folks, often by factoring in their backgrounds and who they say they want to meet. But after observing its customers' online behavior, Match.com learned that something else is going on.
We realize that people break their own rules. So they say they want one thing, but they express interest in something completely different.
So now their algorithm tracks what you do online and recommends dates based on which profiles you're really checking out and who you respond to when they contact you.
People might say things like, it's important that they have the same religious affiliation. That one's broken quite a bit.
Mandy Ginsburg, president of Match.com, says the new algorithm has produced a twofold increase in emails between clients.
Were you surprised when you started being able to see that people said they wanted one kind of a partner and then started looking for others?
I think you see that it mimics in the real world that, someone who says, I want, a nice guy with my same background, they end up dating someone who's totally different backgrounds as they are.
But not everyone is in love with dating algorithms.
We have very little reason to believe that collecting information from two people who have never met can predict long-term compatibility. And consequently, we have very little reason to believe that these algorithms can be effective.
Psychology professor Eli Finkel of Northwestern University is co-author of a study out just this past week that sees much to like in the prospect of online dating as a way for couples to meet. But the report also indicates it may be luck that sparks a relationship rather than mathematical equations.
That's why she chose eHarmony.
He points out it's a $1 billion a year business, with some dating sites charging as much as $60 a month for providing matches.
And so I would encourage singles, before they shell out big bucks for a premium site making pretty strong claims, to think twice about whether that's the best use of their money.
In fact, he says an old-fashioned answer may be a better value.
If you want your daughter dated or some marriage consummated for a rather modest fee.
A matchmaker, like the one Barbra Streisand played in Hello, Dolly. And yes, dear Valentine, in this day and age, they do exist.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match.
So you are a matchmaker.
Exactly, and I've been so since 1986.
79-year-old Ann Wood does it all the old-fashioned way, meeting personally with each of her upscale Washington, D.C. clients, most of them people over 30 who value privacy.
For your clients, do you think they feel safer with you than with an anonymous online service?
Yeah, because don't I look respectable?
She charges $1,000 for a year of service, is choosy about who she takes on, and doesn't show clients photos of potential dates.
Because you'd be amazed, people are always better looking than their pictures.
Because they have animation in their faces or their personality comes through.
Intelligence. Yeah, I can't help stupid people.
But just like an algorithm, she doesn't always pair dates up based on what they say they want.
If they're not exactly what they ask for, and nobody is, believe me, there's something that sparks their interest, and that's what I look for.
Which brings us back to Tim and Kristen, the opposites brought together by the Match.com algorithm.
It worked. So I guess that's the idea, is that it worked. Whatever happened, and if it's an algorithm or if it's just fate, that's what worked out.